I'm getting scared. So the thumb is almost ready. I really would like to give another layer of, to give it another line, of course. And that's from the point of our block. And I see it's not black enough inside of here. So I'm going in with a little bit black at this area. And now we give it an extra line. So in with the gel polish, and you give it a line from there to the end of this point, I think. So we go in, downwards to the end of the triangle. And you really want to be sure that it's a straight line. And of course also from the other side. So I hope you can see this correctly. So in with a line. And again 5 seconds into the light, of course. So now we're ready to give it its finishing touch lines. And that's going to be in the middle of the nail from the lowest line. And you're going to draw a line just until you reach the tip. And then you go work your way left and right to fill up this blue with straight black lines. And I hope you can see it, otherwise I'm sorry. So the first layer of lines go into the light, of course, because we do not want to have problems with smashing and smushing it around. So then the other side, and you really want to do your best that it touch the black line and you get to the end. And it's really important that you make the lines evenly thick, because it looks weird if you have different lines, you know? So really important. So, ugh, I'm shaky like crazy, you see? So, and now it's handy that we cure it already, because I just don't think this is nice. And you go over it with some alcohol, and as you can see, the rest is just staying on. And that's the reason we cure it a bit sometimes. So again, you try to push this one up and down, up and down, not too much on the brush. Up and down, you see? And again into the light, of course. So the last stripes we're going to make are stripes on the side of the nail. So I don't know if you can see it, but we go on and we make this line the same. We pull it through and we go on at the sides of this nail. And as you can see, I leave some more space between the lines than I did at point, but that's just nice, I believe. So this is going to get in the light for 5 seconds, because we switch the nail finger, and you don't want to smush it up, of course. And you do the same thing at the other side. So you make that line longer and you fill in the rest of the lines. Yes, I like it. So this is going to get, no. So then, to make it a bit fun, we go in with our dotting tool. And it's really funny because I only know dotting tool from nail art. And My mother is very creative. I get that from her, and she's making really nice stones and all kinds of stuff. Also with dotting, so it's really a great thing. Also, not for just nails, but also just for other creativities. So that's really funny. My mother has the same dotting tools. So we put on some polish gel paint on the dotting tool and we give it a dot in the middle of this triangle. Just there. I want to have one there and I want to have one there. I want to have one there and I want to have one there. So it's just to make it a little bit more nice. So this is going to get into the lights and maybe we just give this 30 seconds so we're done with the thumb. So for the index finger, I use my fine liner pencil again. I take in some gel polish and I make a line underneath the black half moon or something like that and leave some space between it. So when you're done with the line and fine with the line, you want to give it a cure, of course. What do you think about my earrings? Feathers. I like it. I also have a necklace, but it's too long and it will hang on my belly. So you won't see it, so I don't wear it today. So after this is cured for a few seconds in the light, we go in again with our fine liner and we take some little lines from the black bow until the line there. And we go in like there and like there. And like there. Like there. Like there. And there. You see? Oh. And into the light again for 5 seconds. So to make this nail also a bit more stripy, we go in with some extra lines on the nail. I think we go in with a line from the middle of the nail around here, just straight down to the tip of the nail. And the second run you push a little bit more so it's evenly thick, almost evenly thick. And it's really important to give this 5 seconds because you go in with 2 lines that attach to that, so you don't want to mess up. And we go in from around here just to the start of the line in the middle. Five seconds in light. And of course from the other side, and then you want to try to see where you start there and draw a matching line in your mind to the other side. Take a dot and pull it from the point of the line through your dot. Try to make it evenly thick, and I think I make it thicker than the other one, so I'm going in with a little line extra. So again, in with a dotting tool with a bit of gel paint, and we go to give it a dot like here. And I really like to give it a dot at every point of the end of the lines inside the blue area, just because I like it. Oh yes, it's nice. So after this cures for a few seconds, we go in with a fine liner brush with some gel paint, of course, and we try to make some fine lines besides the one in the middle. Just pull them down from the top to the point from the top. Ooh. So I hope you can see this. We are drawing lines, pulling lines, drawing lines, so you can see it better. So when you're done with the curing for a few seconds, we go in for the other blue block, and I really like to change the angle of the lines. So we are going to change the angle to this side. So we follow this line over the nail from the middle to the side wall. And you cannot not touch your skin with this angle. So later on you fix your skin around your nail. That's not that big of a problem. So you make your lines and you try to stay a bit in the same thickness. So again, we go in and I try to make this a bit faster, but you really want to be sure that it's neat also. So not too fast. Wipe off the skin before you put it in light, and we go in to the light. So now I give it 30 seconds so it's immediately done, and we go on to the next finger. And in this case it's the ring finger. So for the ring finger I try to make this line a bit bigger also, because I really think that that doesn't do any harm. And also this one maybe a bit more in an angle, you see. Then I go in again with some gel paint on the brush, and I try to make a line from the from the cuticle area, just a tiny thin stroke up to the point of the triangle. And I dare to go on. So we go on and make horizontal strokes inside the triangle. And you really want to make sure that you stay in the lines and that you go evenly up to the cuticle area. You see? How nice. Ah, of course, this go into the light for 5 seconds. Then we go in with some black gel paint on the tip of the nail, and we go in with a fine stroke in the middle to the point. And it's not that important that the line is straight because we make another form for it, but this is just the start, so we have an angle. So we go in with a not straight line down to there, and also at the other side. And when you think the lines are exactly the same, you can fill it up, and maybe you can use the same brush because there is still some paint on it, so it's not necessary to use a different brush. But I think if you have a little bit of a bigger brush, you can color it in a little bit better, but now I was too lazy to get another one. So we go in again with some gel paint, and I like to draw a line the same as this started. You see? And also at the other side. And I really do not know if you can see this, but you make a line. Here you go to the end of the nail. So I really think it looks the same, but it's not evenly thick. So we go in with another line from the other side to make it thicker. So you push down a bit harder to make the line thicker, and that's just enough. So after 5 seconds, you take your brush and you make a dot around there, you know, and we go in again with a line, not too much on the brush because otherwise it's going to be too thick. You take a line and you throw it down, and you will try to get evenly space between the lines. So also at the other side, of course, we go in with a little dot maybe. No, I try to do it just out of hand. And maybe it's going to be a bit thicker. Like that. And maybe it's going to be also here a bit thicker. Like that. Into the light. So then I would like to draw a line from this point to this point. Just a tiny stroke. And we're going to do this all the way up to the other side. So I hope you can see it like this. We have straight lines in between the not straight lines. At the other side, we do the same. We pull lines in between the other one. Again, we take our dotting tool, put it into the gel paint, and I would like to give this a dot in the middle there, there, and there. Like that. And immediately this goes into the light for 30 seconds so we can go on with the another finger. So 30 seconds are over and I go in with some gel paints for the pinky, pinky, pinky. So what do we do with the pinky? For the pink, I think I go in with a dot in the middle around here and just pull a line from the cuticle area to the dot. And then we try to pull a line from the point of the dots to the other sides. Like so. Maybe a bit thicker, because otherwise you can see the dot. And we are ready to pull some lines in between the half moon and the straight line. So after you cure this for a few seconds, we go in with a bit different lines because this is the pink and I love to make one nail a bit of a difference. We also have the black nail, I know, and I know that I look a bit weird with my arm like this, but otherwise you can see this there. So I try, if I look in this camera, I won't hold my hand like this. Okay, on to the pink. So we go in with some round lines, I think. Or maybe yes, I just want to take the point and I give it a round line till there. And this is really just the way how you want it because nobody knows how it's supposed to be. So I start here and I also put a line to there and I turn my hand and I finish it up there. Just like that. Then I take another line and I think I'm starting here and we are pulling it on the nail surface down to the side wall. Maybe I make it a bit thicker. So again, we take a line and I think I'm going to put it there. And you make a round bow, you twist your pink and you finish it up at this point. Oh nice, it seems like a little bit of a dream catcher almost. Okay, then we want to fill up here a bit, so I think we go in with another layer of line and just fill up some gaps that you think you don't want. So this way you get a design that you can never do the same again. So I really, really love it. And maybe I think we give the point also a black touch, just like the ring finger, because otherwise I really believe that it's missing something. You see? I really think that this is just the finishing touch that this pinky, pinky, pinky needs. So we fill it up. So now we put this for a few seconds into the lights and then we go in with our dotting tool. And now the fun parts begin. You just put some dots on the lines so you still can see them. So not really straight on the line, but just a bit beside it. Beside it. So you can still see them. Like that. Oh, how nice. Yes. And now you put it for a minute in the light. So everything can cure if it wasn't already. So after it cures for 30 seconds in the light, I go in with a non-sticky top coat, and in this case it's again from Young Nails, a finish gel. And why? Because my gel paint doesn't have a sticky layer, and the color doesn't have a sticky layer also anymore. So the top coat really needs a sticky layer. So except for the finish gel that doesn't need it. So I go in with the last layer of top coat and I go over it, and you really want to be sure you touch everything so it's nice and safe underneath a layer of top coat, because otherwise it will go off and your work is done for nothing. Like that. And we go in again for the other nails. Start with the cuticle area, work your way down the side walls and work your way down. That's the most efficient way to work with gel polish top coat. So also for the middle finger, of course, we work our way down to the point. Turn your brush because there's also some top coat on, so that's what you need. And down through the sidewalls and up against the points. Again, other side. So on to the thumb, up to the point, and also at the sidewalls from the cuticle area, sidewalls to the point. You know, if you know what you're doing, it's just not that difficult. So before I put this in the light, I really want to go in with some uh, gel glue, because of course we need some stones on it, and it's a really good trick that you can put on your glue before you put it in the light and on a wet top coat. So you just really need to remember where you put the glue, because otherwise you cannot see it anymore. So I take some shiny stones, I open it up, and I really want to have some on my ooh, on the point of this triangle. So I leave a dot of glue, I grab a stone and I put it on the glue. Just there. Then I like to take another one and I take it on this point also. Again, you grab a stone, a diamond stone, and you put it on the glue. So that's also the thing I want to do at my pinky, but then just on top of some dots. And I really recommend to do this one dot at a time, because otherwise you really do not know anymore where you put your dots. So we go in with the glue and put on a diamond stone. And I also think I want to put one here. This has no any form of rule, so you can put your stones anywhere you like. And I really think it needs one here. You know, that place just shout at me, give me a stone, give me a stone. So here you are, baby, here's your stone. So also, I like to get a stone in the middle of the blackness from the uh, black and around here. So I think I can remember this. So around here and in the middle of the black, of course. It's just great. Then you really want to take a tiny drop of glue, because you do not want to have too much, because the glue is going to give a shiny surface also, and on the index finger you do not want that. So I give it a little tiny dot of glue. I grab a stone and I put it on the glue. Just one, and I really love it. Okay, then the thumb, of course, and I really think I put one in the middle of the blackness. Oh, and it was really a bit too much, but okay. I put in one stone in the middle, and really, people, try to do your best to put it in the middle, because it's really looking weird if it's not. So also I put one in the middle of the black stripe. And I really believe it's done. So you put this into the light for 1 minute. So for the tip of the day, I will use a block file that is an old one. You really need to use an old block file. And the top coat is going to take care of a no shiny surface. If you use the no shiny top coat, the matte top coat. The matte, because matte is, and that's really not, I think it's not a word for it, but forgive me and if I'm wrong. So if you want to have it more not shiny, what do we do? You take your block file, and do remember it's not a new one. You really want to use an old one, because otherwise you scratch it too much. You put it on the nail, and I really do not know if you see it correctly, and you give it a round buff. And you really want to remember that you take it in a round, smooth way. Because if you do not do this in a round way, then you get scratches, and you do not want to have scratches on your nail. In a round movement. Then you take your alcohol and you wipe the dust off, and also your plate. And as you can see, it's more not shiny. You see? So that was the tip of the day. I hope you liked it. I know that I love this technique. So after the 60 seconds are gone, we go in with some alcohol on the nail. Wipe off the alcohol on your surface, of course, and wipe off the sticky layer of the glue. Because if you have too much glue on your nail, it will leave a sticky layer, and that's not what you want. So the top coat doesn't have sticky layers, so that's not the reason we do it. We only do it for the glue. And here we have them. So of course I go in with some oil for the cuticles. That's really, really necessary. And you really want to be sure you be careful around the black from the index finger, because otherwise it will turn out to be shiny again from the oil, and you're done. What do you think? Oh, I love these stripes in the thumb. I really love this design. Yeah. So it's not that easy because of all the stripes, but if you get the hang of it, it's great. I love it. Yes! Woo! Oh, I'm so happy with this. I think they are going on. I think they're going to be on my nails for 2 weeks, probably. Yes. I really love making this video, and yeah, because I love making nails beautiful and pretty. So I really enjoyed making this set of nails, and I really hope you loved watching it. So again, please give me a thumbs up if you did, and subscribe on my channel to help me grow. Um, I really think this is it, guys. So I'm going to do other things, and I wish you a nice day. Bye.